Hello guys, good afternoon guys, welcome back. So I talked about the chip scan tool which will save you guys $1,000 and above. Now a lot of you guys are asking, where the hell is that chip scan tool? Before I come over here to come and make some video about the chip scan tool that's gonna save you a whole lot, this is not a joke guys. So where the hell is that chip scan tool? Now if you're coming here for the first time, kindly subscribe and turn on your notification, and we're gonna be going straight up into showing you the chip scan tool. Now I have a lot of scan tool which I've actually put a lot of money on, but this is my absolute favorite, cheapest scan tool of all that can do a lot. I mean, if you're a DIY or a car enthusiast, this is the tool for you. I'm not paid to actually do this very video. This is not sponsored or whatsoever. I just like it, right? I bought it about 2 months ago, and over the time which I've been using it has been very helpful in troubleshooting a very hectic problem, and it's like snap and it got it. Now let me flip the camera over. Let me show you guys a little bit. We have a lot of cars over here. Now I'm gonna be starting with a tough one, not all these cheap guys, not this Honda, not those Toyota over there, Vans are there, not that one. It's gonna be that one over there. Now I'm gonna be starting it with that, because if you can be able to figure that shit out on the Volkswagen, then it can do pretty much on any car make and model. So now how much does this very scanner cost? I'm gonna tell you at the end of this very video, so stay tuned. Now let's go ahead. Now, if you're not ready to actually watch this video, just go ahead and go away, right? I've seen a lot of shit show on my channel where a lot of people, over 10 minutes video which I spend creating, bringing different points on fixing different car problems, and just click away and choose to ask me stupid question in the comment section. So if you're one of those, just go, just get lost. Now, for most of you who want to figure out, who want to know this chip scanner and how much and its capability, let's dive in. First thing first, I have a lot of scanner here. Is it actually this one here? Well, it could actually be this one. Is it this red one, or is it this one? Now, it's not this red one, it's not this very little one here. This one is dirt cheap and it does the job, but this is what we're gonna be looking at today. Now remember what I told you guys, I am not actually paid to do this. So the first thing first is, let me turn on the ignition of this very car here. Let's start with it and start seeing the capability of this very scanner here. Okay guys, now this is the interface of this very scanner here. So it has American model, it has Europe, it has Asia. Let's check the Europe and see what we have. They have a whole lot, right? Volkswagen. So in today's video here, we're going to be dealing with Volkswagen and see the capability of this very cheap scanner. So first thing first, I've actually put on the dongle, and as you can see, the little blue light here, which it has actually connected successfully with the dongle. So the next thing which I'm going to be doing here right now is to go ahead and turn on the ignition. Now the ignition is on. So let's go ahead and check the problem that this very Volkswagen has. Now for Asian model, you can simply click on the Asian model. You see Honda, Acura, Hyundai, Infiniti, Isuzu, Kia, Lexus, Mazda, Nissan, Subaru, and others. I'm not saying that this is actually gonna fix every car or every problem, but this very cheap scan tool, I have tested it a lot of time and it's incredible. It has a bidirectional capability. If for most of you guys who will be curious to ask, does it have a bidirectional capability? Absolutely. So it has a bidirectional capability. And does it perform actuation testing? It does perform actuation testing, and it's very cheap. Now let's go ahead. So for Chinese version, there are a lot of them. I can't even read some of the DF Honda, DF Chinese, Australia. Okay, here I've made a mistake, so I can quickly go back. Australia. Okay, you only have 4 there. You have OBD2. So suppose you couldn't find yours over here. So let's go to Europe, and we go over to VW. Now let's try to read the control module of this very car here. It has the capability to automatically detect the car. which you want to work the very year and model. So if you don't want to go through saying automatic selection, you can actually say all systems, and it to know they can make and proceed without wasting your time. So here I can go through diagnostics. That's very, very fast, right? Now it has a very, very powerful two features here. The can fast will literally scan faster than the auto scan. This is why I told you guys this cheap scan tool will save you more than, I say, $1,000. That is just the starting point. Now let's go over there again. Now you can choose to go through this control unit here, which we can go over here, and you see all the whole control module that is available in the CAN bus system here of this very car. And isn't that amazing, guys? This is amazing. And it got about 62 gig inbuilt, and it has a standard memory. Not only that, this kind of has a SIM slot, so you can make call and receive call with it, and you can actually be able to subscribe to internet using the SIM slot which you actually put in place. Now let's still go. As for the battery capacity, I think it has about 6,000 battery capacity, so it can work with you all day long before you get it back into connecting it to power. And also have these two little buttons here. You can be able to do a screen recorder of what you're trying to do, so you can keep a track of it, or you can also take a screenshot. It has actually saved a screenshot. Now here, we want to go ahead and test why my car stereo here often have an error. So let's go ahead and check. Let's go through the radio system here. We're gonna find it. We're also gonna go through the AC system. We're gonna go through the steering assistance. You can see the steering of my car right now is red. So we're gonna go through all this and see exactly where the problem is coming from. Now the sound system, we're also gonna go through the central electronics, the door, passenger side, and all that. So this, like I said, guys, it has a whole lot. It can access the whole module. That is something which the cheap code reader like this one here, like this very one here, wouldn't do. So it is not all the time that you need expensive scanner. This very one here can just pull the code, but it cannot do a lot of things with this very cheap scanner, which I'm actually showing you guys can be able to do. You've seen a whole lot of function that we have right now. So let me go ahead. I has also, I forgot to mention, oh, why the hell did I forget to mention that it has a lot of special functions? Oh, apologies, guys, apologies. I'm gonna go ahead. Let's first of all check the door and see if the door, the rear door of the driver's side is in good condition. Let's go ahead and communicate with it. And boom, it's very fast in communication, guy. Oh my God, let's read the code. There you go. So easy peasy. So you don't need to spend all that thousands of dollars looking for snap-on, looking for whatsoever, Bosch, and you name it. This is all you need as a car enthusiast and as a DIY guy, and you're gonna go into different control modules and find out where the problem is. And one click over here, it will take you straight to internet and show you what that code means. So you can see right here the problem that I have on the door side. Now we're also going to be going into different control modules, so you can see it implausible. The locking unit for the central locking left is implausible. So this could be actually a problem with the sensor, or a wiring problem, or the motor problem. And it's also going to tell you that no incorrect basic settings adaptation on the left rear window lift motor. So it's telling you every problem that is on this very door side here. So isn't that incredible? Now let's go back a little bit more. When I talked about that, it can actually perform actuation testing. It can actually do that. But here, now if suppose we want to perform actuation testing, it can also do coding, guys. Look at it. It has ability to code. Oh my God. Now here is the actuation testing procedure. So if you want to take a look at the live stream data, it also have the live stream data, and not only having the live stream data, it has a graphing capability. Oh my God. Damn. Now let's go through the live stream data here. You ask you to put the channel. I don't want to go through any channel right now because it's a whole lot, but I just showed you guys that it has that capability. So let's go back and do some little bit of actuation testing. Let's do some actuation testing. It's a turn off the ignition, turn off the engine, turn on the ignition, which is exactly what I did. The engine is off and the ignition is on. Now let's go back here. Okay, it's a press start here. Okay, and say you should wait. So as it's running right now, you can pay close attention to where it's making the actuation, and as soon as you want to end it, you can go ahead and say end, and it's as simple as that. It stops it, then you exit from here. Now give it some time. Now it's back on the other side, so let's go back. We want to check some other control modules like the engine control module. Let's see what is wrong with the engine electronics. It is very fast in communication. That is oh my god, it has a lost communication with the steering control module. Fan control module is bad. Cylinder 4 is misfiring. Can you clear error code? Why not? And it says coolant fan control module is short circuited. That is actually true. Okay, here, so what I want to do here right now is that I have a coolant temperature sensor problem, you have a coolant fan problem, so I'm going to go ahead and clear the error code, and let's see more of its capability is going back. So we're going to go ahead and clear the error code. The ignition is switched off, which is actually what it's supposed to be. Yes, successfully. That's simple. When you talk about clearing the error code, now my car is supposed to be showing. Let's go ahead and validate if the error code is clear. Now you see it's clear. So this is amazing cheap scanner which does a whole lot of work. This is not about putting like $1,000 in a scanner. No. Now let's go through the control modules again. I want to go through the airbag system. We can see that we have some airbag light here, so let's go ahead and see the airbag and see what is actually wrong with the airbag system. Read the code. It's very fast. Okay, look at it right there. So you see the upper lift limit exceeded, and is the passenger side, which is this very guy right here. This airbag right here is what the igniter has had a problem, so it need to be replaced and reprogrammed. So if you clear the error code here, it's not gonna solve the problem. So let me go back. Now before I go, I want to take you to the special functions so you see what it has, the capability that lies in the special functions. When I talk about it has a graphing capability, it does have a graphing capability, and if you guys want to see it, I think it's important. But let's go through the live stream data. So let's put our 01 here. 01 is actually the first channel for 001 is the first channel for the engine control module, so we see what is actually there in that channel. Okay, no code found, right? So we click over here. Okay, back a little bit. We need to go to the next channel. That's the mistake I did there. We just need to click the next channel. Live stream data take us to, you can even, that's one there, then we click. Okay, next channel. Okay, so you need to wait for it. Okay, no code found. Wanna go again. No code found. Okay, so guys, so it's this is not if it is Toyota, it should be able to give you everything that you need on the channel. It will display everything live, so you can be able to see how the coolant temperature sensor is working, how other systems right there it's working. What about the coding? I don't want to make a mess about the system right now, but you can see it has a tendency to code the system, so it's a whole lot, guys. So what I mean that this is actually dirt cheap, I am not doing it because I'm paid to do it. I just want to, you know, I just want to show you guys. Now let's go to active testing and see what you can do here. Okay, now just a little bit, guys, just a little bit. Let me go to the special function before we round up. Want to go to the special function, so you want to exit completely. Now a lot of you guys are very curious, how much is this very scanner? This is less than $300, guys. It's around $300 as the time I bought it, but right now I think the guy is gonna be willing to sell it okay, so let's go through it also has the ability to diagnose your AC system, so let's go through that and see what the problem we have here. This is just a bunch of random error codes, so let me go ahead and clear it up, and when we check it again, it's not gonna. So yes, succeeded. So let's go ahead and read it again and see if we can find our error code there. So it has a capability, no code found. That's impressive. Okay, so it has a lot of capability, guys. Now I want to go back and let's go to the special function. Then you'll know the name of this very scanner. Then I've given you the cost, how much it actually costs to actually get it here. And okay, here we go. So on the special function, you're gonna exit completely, and this is the name of the scanner. So this is the special function over here. So it has the ABS bleeding capability, battery matching, diesel particulate filter regeneration, electronic parking brake, injector coding and reset, oil reset light, TPMS sensor, steering assisted, throttle relearn immobilizer. I can actually be able to, you know, for some cars, you can be able to code the remote, you can be able to program remote, and can reset the CVT for most of your cars that have a CVT gear systems, right? Continuous variable transmission system, and it has the ability to relearn your gears. It can also update and adjust the odometer. Guys, now you know what I'm talking about. It can actually do a window initialization, seat initialization, light, and suspension. So it has a lot of features which most great scan tool that cost extremely freaking insane have. So guys, I am not capping when I say that this is a cheap scan tool that can save you a whole lot of money as a DIY or as a car enthusiast. So guys, now if you're up for it, I'm gonna be leaving the link below this very description. Some other things which you need to know: there is a DTC query here. So let's say we want to find out exactly what P0300 is. I don't need to go through internet. You can just say P0300 and you boom, I missed something there. Okay, and random multiple engine misfire. So that's a good one. It has a code dictionary here which you can search for anything. Now let's check U0100 and see what U0100 is. U0, which I know of course is actually a communication problem with a loss of communication. So U0100 and is a loss of communication. So it has a whole lot of features down here. Now if suppose you have actually recorded it, does some sort of a screen recording, you can play it back from here. Now other things here, the app, suppose you want to update it, and I forgot to add that this is a free lifetime update, no paying for any update shit. That is why I say this is extremely, you know how much it costs to actually save, to update your scanners. By the way, that's the main reason why I didn't want to buy, be it launch, be it MSP, be it hotel, be it a snap-on, because the cost for update is a whole alarming, seriously alarming. Go back. So that's all I have right there, guys. It doesn't, like I said, this is the cheapest scanner for the money that can give you the value much more than exceeded the value which you have, which you actually pay to purchase it. So aside that, you can actually use the tablet for some other things. Now you know what it is. This is the cheapest scanner over. And guys, I gotta catch you guys later. Bye for now. I'll see you.